Thank you. The honourable member for Cardston-Taber-Warner, followed by Calgary East.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Alberta's rapidly growing economy is both a blessing and a challenge. For people who know how to work and want to, there are plenty of choices. For employers looking for help, there's a chronic shortage in some areas. They've told trade schools, you're doing a good job teaching apprentices how to perform trade tasks, but some lack life skills. Will the Minister of Jobs, Skills, Training and Labour please tell us what's being done to help in this area?
The Honourable Minister.
Well, Mr. Speaker, the federal government and our provincial government are working very closely on making sure that the skill gap that exists in our country right now is narrowed as much as possible, because it is our common #1 priority that all jobs that are being made available in Canada should be made available to Canadians first. But with collaboration with the Ministry of Human Services, there are a number of programs like Women Building Future that we have in place, where we not only bring unemployed Albertans to employability, but provide them with the wraparound services that allow them to stay employed and help them to deal with some of the life issues that they may be facing at this point in time.
Supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that employers and their customers need associates who know how to show up for work on time, are reliable and trustworthy, are self-motivated and have the capacity to learn, what is the Education Minister doing to see that high school students have these characteristics by the time they graduate?
Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it's a great question. There's a number of things happening, including some of the great programs that are in our high schools in terms of the dual crediting programs we've just announced here this last year, where industry and K-12 and post-secondary, we're blurring the lines between those, the RAP programs, the career and technology studies, the career and life management skills program, which is high school, but really it's about relevant learning to make sure kids are prepared to enter into that global economy, which is one of the reasons that we actually want to talk to the global economy players as we develop our education system, which is another step we're taking.
Final supplemental.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Given that children need to learn to be accountable for the consequences of their choices, does the Minister think a curriculum redesign could be modified to include ensuring that all graduates from high school have the life skills necessary to prepare them for post-secondary education and employment in the real world?
Honourable Minister.
I think that's a very good point, Mr. Speaker, and it's absolutely one of the things that Albertans have asked us to look at, and one of the reasons that we want a broad perspective from Albertans as we do some of the curriculum and ongoing work. And let's be clear, this is not inviting big oil to come in and write curriculum, but it is letting all Albertans and people from the business community and those leaders that see what kind of skills our kids need or might be lacking to succeed once they get out of our education system. So we're taking that very seriously, and we're listening to those views of parents and others around Alberta.